This is the DBPower portable projector, model S5, and my honest first impression is that it makes setup almost effortless. I hit the power button, the autofocus kicked in, and the 6D keystone squared up the image without me touching a thing. I still did a tiny manual tweak to get text razor sharp, but within a couple of minutes I had a clean, rectangular picture on the wall with no hassle. Key features that stood out to me are the native 1080p resolution, Wi-Fi 6 for quicker wireless casting, and bidirectional Bluetooth 5.2. Native 1080p means the panel itself has 1920 by 1080 pixels. So, full HD content looks crisp without artificial upscaling. It can accept a 4K signal over HDMI, which is what 4K supported means, but it downscales to 1080p. If you're new to projectors, that's normal in this price range. The 900 ANSI lumen rating is the standardized brightness number that actually matters. ANSI measures light on the screen, not at the bulb. From my experience, that brightness looks great at night or in a dark room. With the lights on or in daylight, the image washes out, even with curtains. Outside, I waited until it was fully dark to enjoy it. I got the best results around 90 to 120 inches. Pushing bigger than that is doable. But you start trading away brightness and punch. The housing is lightweight for what it does, and the layout is straightforward. I like having 2 HDMI ports, 2 USB ports, a 3.5mm audio jack, and an AV input. HDMI CEC is supported, so a streaming stick can control power and sometimes volume, which made my setup feel more like a TV. I tested a USB stick with photos and a PDF. It opened quickly and played a simple slideshow. You're not getting fancy transitions, but for a quick office deck in a dark room, it works. The sealed optical engine is a nice touch too. If you've ever dealt with dust blobs on cheaper projectors, you know how annoying they can be. I don't see dust spots here, and the dual fan cooling kept temps reasonable over a long movie night. On picture quality, this S5 looks better than I expected once you tame the environment. Colors are vivid right out of the box, and skin tones don't look cartoonish. I nudged color temp a bit warmer and pulled brightness down a notch to deepen the blacks. Contrast is what you'd expect in this class, respectable in a dark space, flattened by ambient light. Text at 1080p is clean and readable for menus, subtitles, and slides. Edge sharpness is solid, though the very corners can soften a hair at larger sizes. That's typical in compact optics and not a deal breaker for movies. I also appreciate the 0 to 100% zoom in the menu, which let me fine-tune image size without moving the projector, even though optical zoom will always be cleaner than digital. Wi-Fi 6 behaved well for casting short clips and photos from my phone. Streaming apps with DRM protection won't mirror from a phone, which is standard. Netflix, Prime Video, and similar services block screen mirroring on many devices. My solution was simple. I plugged a Fire TV stick into HDMI and it worked flawlessly. If you want painless streaming, a TV stick is the way to go on this model. Bluetooth 5.2 was reliable. It paired quickly with my JBL soundbar and a set of Bluetooth headphones. Audio stayed in sync for me, and range was fine in a typical living room. The internal speakers are usable, 2 10-watt drivers with decent clarity, but they don't have much low end, and fan noise becomes noticeable during quiet scenes. The fan isn't screaming, but you'll hear it when a movie dips into silence. With an external speaker, the noise fades into the background. I also tried the reverse path, using the projector as a Bluetooth speaker for my phone. It works, and it's a fun bonus for music while you're setting up a backyard screen. Gaming surprised me. Input lag feels low for this price range. I played Rocket League and Mario Kart at 1080p, and controls felt responsive without the muddy delay I half expected. I wouldn't use this for competitive esports, but for console gaming from a couch, it's very enjoyable. Motion stays smooth at 60 Hz, and the picture has enough bite to make HUD elements and text pop. If you're a casual gamer who wants a big screen on a budget, it's an easy win. Placement was simple. On a coffee table at a bit under 10 feet, I got around a 100-inch picture. The auto keystone did most of the work, but I still try to keep the projector level with the screen whenever possible, because heavy keystone correction can slightly reduce sharpness. If you can, set it at the right height and angle so the optical path does the heavy lifting and the electronics only fine-tune. There are a few quirks I ran into. The autofocus sometimes hunts if someone walks through the frame or if the screen shifts. A quick manual tap in the menu fixes it. The menu system is basic but fast. The remote is simple. It needs a clear line of sight. And the buttons are a bit soft. Not a premium feel, but it works. I also noticed occasional auto input switching when I hot-plugged devices. Once I disabled CEC on one of my sticks, it stopped. In my opinion, the sweet spot for this projector is a dark room or a backyard after sunset, paired with a small soundbar. That combo delivers a very fun movie night without a big spend. It's perfect for apartments, dorms, and anyone who wants a portable screen for trips or impromptu watch parties. If you're hoping to run it at noon in a bright living room, it won't meet that need. And that's not unique to this model. 900 ANSI lumens is still lights down territory. From my experience, the strengths are fast setup, sharp 1080p detail, useful smart adjustments, quiet enough cooling for casual use, and better than expected gaming responsiveness. The trade-offs are brightness that needs darkness, speakers that are fine but not rich, and a fan that you'll hear when the soundtrack gets quiet. None of these surprised me given the price and the feature list, and the overall package makes sense for its target. I'd recommend this for people who want an affordable full HD projector with real autofocus and auto keystone, plan to watch mostly at night, and don't mind using a streaming stick for their apps. It's also a solid pick for casual console gaming and presentations in dim rooms. If you need true 4K, deep contrast, or a silent room experience, you should look higher up the ladder. In conclusion, the DBPower S5 nails the basics and throws in some modern perks that make it feel easy to live with. It's not trying to replace a high-end home theater, but it delivers a bright enough, clean 1080p picture with simple setup and flexible connectivity. Add a compact soundbar and a streaming stick, and you've got a dependable nighttime projector that punches above its price. You can find detailed information about the DBPower portable projector in the comments section. See you in the next video.